Hello and welcome back to what's a lovely spring day here on the farm. We're currently putting liquid fertiliser on. We've already done a couple of fields. So those two fields of oilseed rape have been done. Now working away across this field of wheat behind the yard. This will be the last field we do this morning, as we've got a prior appointment to get to. Fortunately we tried to get a video at the auction, but couldn't really get on with that one. The good news is all of our machinery sold, and for good money. The surprise of the day was actually the old Massey Ferguson, which unbelievably sold for £25,000. So the money we raised there has already been reinvested. And I will show you once we finish this field into what. Most of it has been retrieved from the dealer. We have some big changes coming up in the next couple of months on the farm. The contract farming arrangement we've got, it's actually been signed for a number of years, so it's fairly secure income. There's no way out of the contract without having to pay us a significant amount of money. We're fairly confident in upgrading machinery at the moment, especially after getting so much money for this stuff we've sold, and also that building land. I'm surprised how well this wheat is looking considering it's only March. Section control is doing its thing. There's quite a high rate of fertiliser going on here, something like 300 litres a hectare. Whereas the oilseed rape over there, because it's all done variable rate, that got down to under 20 in places, so there's a lot of built up nutrition still in the fields. Getting a bit concerned because we still haven't managed to get hold of the chip man. We've been trying to, so I think we'll have to end up going knocking on his door and find out what the devil is going on. If we aren't going to be doing potatoes, I need to be looking at other options, and quickly, or we can still get seed. There's now a few of us getting worried that we can't get hold of him. Basically all of us who have shares in the business and grow for him. Just wish we could do something about these electricity poles. I come up replacing them, see if they actually move them into the hedge line. Right, so we've been having a bit of a tidy up in the farmyard. all of the junk from up the corner here is gone. You also already noticed there's some new equipment in the shed, ready for the season. So the upgraded grass equipment has arrived. Got new triple mowers, new tedder, and a new rake, ready for the season ahead. We're doing the work for our neighbour now. Existing stuff wasn't going to cut it, not along with the rest of the workload we've got. We've got a replacement for the Massey as well. You'll notice we also had to clear up around the back here. Some of you may be surprised as what the replacement for the Massey is, considering we've been running Case, New Holland and John Deere. We got a really good deal on the Arian 660. Considerably less money than the red, blue or darker green equivalent. So we've got 205 horsepower there. So that'll take on some of the lighter duties now. Also as a backup for the John Deere on the sprayer, should the worst happen. I can use any of the grass equipment. We are still waiting for the new set of rolls to arrive, which is also starting to worry us a little bit because we're going to need them within a week and no one knows what's going on with them. You'll notice we're missing a blue tractor as well, but all will be revealed on that one in a few moments time. So as for the big developments, I mentioned in the previous video we're getting a bit worried about grain storage. This front building and the one we put the sprayer in are starting to get a little bit ropey now. The roofs are starting to leak a bit, and with this one being our workshop as well, we're starting to have problems with getting machinery in here. Or we've got big problems getting machinery in here now. Get a tractor in, but the combine won't fit into this workshop area, nor will the trailers now or any of the trailed equipment. So what we're looking at is replacing this building, and it's now starting to leak roof. Shut the door again. Expand on that. We'll keep the grain dryer for obvious reasons. There's nothing wrong with that at the moment. It handles everything we need it to. But this building is getting beyond reasonable use, and potentially replacing this lean-to and the building behind it with a pair of brand new grain stores. We've not put any buildings up for a few years now, not since the machinery shed over there. These are just getting beyond serviceable. We can't store grain in this one anymore, it just doesn't hold it. So that's what the plan is for the yard, should the plans be approved. There's no reason they shouldn't be. It's costing us a lot of money to put the plans in, so fingers crossed on that one. I'm just waiting to be picked up now to go to our next appointment, and it will be revealed when we get there, so I'll see you in a few moments time. Well, welcome to the next appointment. So this is not the new Arian. This is a replacement for the New Holland. So we've been looking at the tractor situation. The New Holland was paid for. It's now 3 years old. The warranty has just expired. It had good residual value, and the original plan was to swap it for either T7 HD or the equivalent Optum. But when the Arian came up and we offered such a good deal on it, we thought let's have a look at the Axion range and compare prices. So we've gone not for an Axion 800 but for an Axion 900 here. The natural choice for an Optum 340 comparison would have been the Axion 930, which is what we looked at to start with. However, a good deal came up again with a stock model. So the Axion 930 was going to be £21,000 cheaper than the Optum 340 when we looked into it, which in itself was enough to make us want to sign on the dotted line for it. But what we have here instead is an Axion 940. So the 930 is 330 horsepower, this one's 385. And it was still £6,000 less than the Optum. So we got more horsepower for less money than we were going to spend. And with the high value of the New Holland as a trade-in, well, it just made sense to do it. These guys weren't so happy being our neighboured case dealer, but they can't have every deal what comes our way. So we just need to pop in there for a moment, have a word with them before we hook the new machine up, which they are happy we've bought off them. So we'll be back in a moment. Right, so we've got the new machine hooked up. They've just been through the basics with us to get us back to the yard. So we've got our 940 here. I've got a big front weight for it. It's on wide tyres. And we're just picking our new baler up for the season. So we've gone for a case baler this time. Still 6 string with a cutter in it. It's supposed to be a really good high performing baler. I've got no doubt about that with these machines. Everyone I spoke to before buying it has sort of backed up that opinion. It's between this and a Massey Ferguson baler. But to be quite honest, I'd rather buy it off these guys. Did look at the Class machine as well, which would have been a good match for this tractor, but in the end these guys come up with a better deal, and are also a little bit closer than the Class dealer. We won't be using this tractor yet, obviously, or this baler I should say. So this is just not going to move as per normal with these guys. Then we end up with a traffic jam, because when I get out of the way they will try to keep coming. Like so. I think they're two of the lovely people out of the village who do not like us very much. Hence why we try to keep plans about new buildings quiet where possible. Certain parties will always try to object to them. So this tractor will act as a bit of backup to the quad track as well for some of the cultivation jobs. That is the plan anyway. It's 80, just over 80 horsepower more than the New Holland, and also the case here we've got. So we've not really increased our fleet of tractors, we've just increased the horsepower of the fleet. We consider that class in front of us quite a bit bigger than the Massey Ferguson. So I think we're going to store everything temporarily if we do get the plans through to take these buildings down. So we need to be getting on with some drilling now, really. Should be our next job. The only thing we've got to consider going forwards now is that we've no longer got access to a 6 metre combination for the autumn for later drilling. That was sold just prior to the auction by private sale. And one other new thing which is going to be replaced if we get the buildings through, or even if we don't, will be the fuel tank here. It's just not big enough anymore, and to fill it up too often. So we'll see what happens as we go forward over the next few weeks. But for now, that's where we're going to leave this video. So I'll say thank you for watching. Enjoy the video, and I will see you again in the next one. Goodbye for now.